Right, this is a swarm that we've had come in here today. We know it wasn't here yesterday. This is what happens if you forget to put a lid on some old equipment that we brought back the other day. So not ideal. We may take some of these frames out because they won't have done anything much. Stuart's going to look carefully. They're already bringing nectar in, bless them.
Well, they left the nests.
They would, yes, they would have brought nectar from the last nest. From their point of view, this is ideal, of course, because they've got, they don't have to draw any wax. From our point of view, these frames we've taken out of elsewhere and we didn't intend to give them to anybody.
Look at all that nectar.
Yes.
Full. That's a heavy frame.
So as usual, Stuart's seeing if he can see the queen. He's taking care to keep them over the box so that if any drop off, which the queen could be on it, that they drop in.
Very small black bees.
We don't know if these are ours or if they've come in from somewhere else. Luckily there's only a few frames in that top, otherwise we once had a swarm get into a big covered container that was full of frames that were to be cut out and boiled down. How they got in I'll never know. We really thought it was well covered, and that we had to go through all these frames to get them out. There's only 5 frames in this pile. Of course we could shake them off and give them fresh. They'll draw it in no time, but they've put all their nectar out already. It would seem a bit cruel. They can't stay in here, that's for definite. Oh, we've got somebody dancing there, telling them where she's found her nectar source. Doesn't look very far away, it's quite a short waggle that she's doing. Yeah, shouldn't be far away here. You can see they're very calm. Swarms usually are very calm, not always, but usually. Right. So now we've got to be a bit careful because it's very important we don't accidentally get the queen down that crack because she can't get out if she goes down there. Many of these bees, this will be the first time they've left the nest. They do take some of the older bees. You often see bees that have got pollen with them, so they were obviously older foraging bees. But the majority of the bees in a swarm are young and will never have left the nest before. Now then, the bees over there don't look very happy at all, so we can be pretty certain the queen isn't there. There's a fresh frame going in there. These young bees will be able to pull out, well, any number of frames very quickly. So, giving them a top, and again being careful not to get them down the crack, because if the queen did drop down the crack you can't get back out, because there's a little baffle to stop the queen from going down there. This is the stuff we brought back from where we were changing all the boxes the other day, isn't it? Because I can see that there's that. Now they built that down there. Now then. Is that going to work, Joyce? You're going to say you're going to have to leave a gap, aren't you? Well done, you. As always. Because they're touching the frames underneath, Stuart. You need to just puff them. That was me dropping my phone. Luckily, I didn't have to experiment. Just puff them off the top so that we don't squash them.
The ones directly underneath.
Yes.
There we are. There.
Lid on. I'll just put that girly in. Lid on. Oh, first of all, that bit on. Excellent. There's no bees on the top. Lid on. Now, we've got to hope that they can find their way in. I think they will. Somebody will come out and start fanning, hopefully shortly. They've got a gland on their tails, an Asimov gland, which attracts bees home. So hopefully somebody will come out and start fanning, and then the ones that are flying around will know that that's where they've got to go. Hasn't happened yet. Yeah, well, we'll watch them for a little while, see if they seem to be settling.